This Travis Hunter story just took a wild left turn. The internet is losing its mind right now after reports surfaced that Travis Hunter's $50 million contract deal might not be what it seems. And just when fans thought the controversy couldn't get messier, his wife decided to break her silence, and what she said. It changed everything. Sources close to the couple say tensions have been building for weeks behind closed doors, arguments over money, trust, and loyalty. And now, the spotlight's burning hotter than ever. Travis, one of college football's most hyped athletes turned NFL golden boy, is suddenly at the center of a scandal that's shaking up the entire sports world. Fans are asking, did Travis get scammed? Did his inner circle betray him? Or is this all part of a bigger plan to protect his image before the truth comes out? And while the media's been chasing headlines and speculations, his wife just dropped her side of the story in an emotional late-night post that has everyone talking. Stay locked in, because once we break down what she said, who's lying, and how this could cost millions, you're gonna see this story in a whole new light. Y'all, let's talk about how one of the biggest feel-good stories in college football just flipped into a Hollywood-level nightmare. We're talking about Travis Hunter, the Golden Kid, the pride of Colorado, the man who turned the NCAA upside down when he became Deion Sanders' ultimate two-way weapon. But fast forward just a few months after going pro, and his name's not trending for highlight plays anymore. It's trending for betrayal, broken promises, and a $50 million contract that might not even be real. Fans first caught wind of the situation when an official statement from his team's PR page quietly disappeared overnight. The post was supposed to celebrate Travis' monumental $50 million endorsement and contract deal with a major sports brand. But by morning, it was gone. No explanation. No follow-up. Just digital silence. That's when things got crazy. A Twitter, or X, account that claimed to be a former business associate of Travis dropped a bombshell thread, "Y'all celebrating a contract that doesn't exist." The deal wasn't finalized. They used his name to hype up investors, and now the money's gone. The internet exploded. Fans started digging up receipts, screenshots, and leaked messages. One post showed an alleged email between Travis' manager and a marketing exec, arguing over payment terms that were never met. Another leaked voice note claimed Travis had signed in principle, but didn't read the fine print. By noon, #TravisHunterScam was trending everywhere. But it wasn't just fans talking. Major media outlets began circling, and the story snowballed. ESPN quietly dropped a segment saying, sources close to Hunter's camp have raised concerns about the authenticity of certain contracts. People wanted answers. Where was Travis? Why wasn't he speaking up? And that's when things turned personal, because the first person to speak wasn't Travis. It was his wife, Alyssa Hunter. Late that night, she posted on her Instagram story, black background, white text, nothing fancy. Just pure emotion. She wrote, "I'm tired of people talking about things they don't understand. Y'all don't know the pressure he's under, the lies people tell behind closed doors. But trust me, the truth's coming." That message alone had fans speculating like crazy. Some thought she was defending Travis from haters. Others said she was low-key admitting something was off. But the next story? That's what set the internet on fire. Alyssa posted a photo of her and Travis, both looking tense, mid-argument, with the caption, "You put trust in the wrong people and end up losing yourself." Boom, the narrative shifted instantly. Now, fans weren't just talking about the deal, they were talking about what was going on inside the Hunter household. Comments flooded in, wait, is she talking about his management or their marriage? Yo, why would she post that pic? That's not normal behavior. She's saying too much. Travis needs to control his circle. By morning, sports blogs and gossip pages were eating it up. Say Cheese, Rap Daily, District Trending, every channel had a thumbnail of Travis and Alyssa with bold captions like, "The $50 million fake contract exposed," or "Travis Hunter betrayed by his own team." Behind the scenes, things were apparently even worse. According to insiders close to the couple, Travis had been trusting a new management group he signed with earlier this year, a crew that promised next-level branding and endorsement deals. They were young, flashy, and loud, the kind of dudes who'd pull up to business meetings in designer tracksuits and post, "Just closed a deal," selfies before the ink even dried. And guess what? They're the same people now being accused of creating a fake paper trail to inflate Travis' market value. Travis was told he was getting $50 million total over 5 years, one source said. But when he asked for his signing bonus, they told him the money was still processing. It's been 6 weeks. Another insider added, he's realizing they were using his name to negotiate other deals. It's messy, man. Meanwhile, Alyssa reportedly told friends she'd been warning Travis for months. She didn't trust those guys, the friend said. She told him they were too hungry, too desperate for fame. But Travis felt like they were his ticket to the next level. That tension spilled over into their personal life, heated arguments, long nights, and a lot of tears. Alyssa's emotional post wasn't just random, it was a reflection of what's been boiling behind the scenes. Then, just when fans thought it couldn't get more chaotic, Travis finally broke his silence, and made things even more confusing. He posted a tweet at 3 a.m. that simply read, "Don't believe everything you hear. We good?" No follow-up. No explanation. Fans split instantly. Half thought it was damage control. Half believed he was genuinely blindsided. But here's where the real twist comes in. Within hours of that post, the same management company released a statement claiming the contract is valid, and payment is underway. They even attached screenshots of supposed wire transfers, but the problem? The bank logos were blurred, and some dates didn't line up. That's when Alyssa unfollowed 2 of Travis' business partners on Instagram. The blogs caught it immediately. Alyssa unfollows Travis manager after fake contract leak. Was the headline everywhere. Now, everyone's wondering, was she trying to send a message? Or is she protecting her husband from something even deeper? Whatever it is, the cracks are showing. People close to the couple say Travis has been more distant lately, skipping family events, sleeping in his training facility, and avoiding calls. He's trying to focus on ball, but it's eating him up, a teammate said. You can tell it's personal. And through it all, Alyssa's been fighting her own battle, dealing with online hate, accusations that she's exposing her husband, and fans telling her to keep family matters private. But knowing Alyssa? She's not the type to stay quiet. And what she says next might blow this whole thing wide open, because if the whispers are true, she's about to expose not just the fake contract, but who actually made it happen. Stay tuned. In part 2, we're diving deep into how Travis' $50 million deal might have been engineered from the inside, and why his wife's next move could change everything. So after the internet spent 2 whole days tearing apart Travis Hunter's $50 million deal and his wife's cryptic posts, things finally exploded, live. Friday night, around 11:47 p.m., Alyssa Hunter hit go live on Instagram. No glam makeup, no background music, just raw emotion and a shaking voice. Within minutes, over 60,000 people were tuned in. At first, it seemed like she was just venting, talking about fake friends and people who smile in your face while stealing behind your back. But halfway through, she dropped the bombshell everyone had been waiting for. Travis didn't even know that contract wasn't finalized, she said, wiping away tears. He was told it was done. They told him not to read anything, just to trust the process. And when he started asking questions, they ghosted him. Imagine watching your husband realize his own people set him up. The chat exploded. Thousands of comments flooded in. What? Who's she talking about? She better name names RN. But Alyssa didn't stop there. She leaned in close to the camera, her voice trembling but fierce. I told him those guys weren't real. I told him, they're not here for you, they're here for the fame. And now look. Look at what it cost us. The line that broke the internet came right after that, when she whispered, one of them used to be his best friend. Boom. Social media detonated. By morning, #TravisHunterBetrayed was trending across X, TikTok, and YouTube. Reaction videos were everywhere, from sports channels to gossip pages. Everyone wanted to know who the best friend was. Soon enough, fans started piecing it together. They noticed Alyssa had unfollowed Marcus Tate, a longtime friend of Travis who'd recently been listed as part of his management team. They'd grown up together, went to camps together. Marcus even used to call Travis his brother. Now, he was public enemy number 1. Rumors started flying that Marcus had been the middleman on the contract deal, the one who convinced Travis to trust the new management. According to insiders, Marcus had introduced Travis to the group promising NBA-level money and guaranteed investments. But when the fake deal collapsed, Marcus vanished. His socials went private, his company page disappeared, and fans noticed he scrubbed all photos with Travis from his Instagram. The betrayal hit deeper because Marcus wasn't just business, he was family. He'd been at Travis and Alyssa's wedding, their baby shower, even helped move them into their new house. During the live stream, Alyssa said something that cut through the screen. You never think the snake's gonna be the one you prayed with. That one line, the one you prayed with, hit like a thunderclap. Fans clipped it, remixed it, turned it into memes, TikToks, and soundbites. Overnight, it became a viral quote symbolizing betrayal in the sports world. Meanwhile, Travis stayed silent. Not a single tweet, not a single statement. But his teammates started speaking up. One anonymous teammate told a blog, Travis has been quiet, but he's mad. Like, real mad. He feels like he let everyone down. Another said, he trusted that dude like family, this ain't just money, this is about pride. Then, the most shocking twist came from a leaked audio file. A small gossip page called The Sideline Plug dropped a 45-second clip that allegedly captured a phone call between Marcus and one of the other managers. You can hear Marcus say, "He don't need to know where the money at yet. Once we flip the first half, we'll pay him his cut." Fans lost their minds. If that audio was real, it meant they'd never intended to give Travis the full amount. They were using his name to move money behind the scenes. Within hours, Marcus Tate released a short statement on his private story. "Y'all believe anything you hear. Ain't no scam. Ain't no fake contract. It's business. People emotional." But that didn't calm things down, it made it worse. Because then, Alyssa posted a single, brutal response on X. "It's business, that's what you tell someone after you ruin their life." That post got over 1.2 million likes in 6 hours. Sports media picked it up instantly. ESPN ran a headline, "Travis Hunter's wife accuses former friend of betrayal amid contract scandal." TMZ Sports followed with, "Hunter family drama goes public." Even District Trending did a full breakdown with the caption, "Travis Hunter played by his own team? $50 million fraud scheme exposed." Behind the scenes, people close to Deion Sanders said Coach Prime wasn't happy about how public things had gotten. Deion been telling Travis to keep it quiet, handle it in-house, one source said. But once Alyssa went live, it was over. There was no going back. And it wasn't just Deion, Travis sponsors started getting nervous. A major sports drink quietly paused their promo campaign featuring him, another apparel company delayed a rollout. Money was slipping, not just fake money, but real endorsements. Meanwhile, Alyssa went completely dark after her live stream. No posts. No stories. Nothing. Fans speculated she'd been told to stay quiet, maybe by legal counsel, maybe by Travis himself. But then, something even wilder happened. Late Sunday night, an anonymous email was sent to several sports blogs titled, "The Real Reason the $50 million Deal Collapsed." Inside? Screenshots of what looked like internal emails between Marcus Tate and a shell company registered in Florida, the same company that was supposedly managing the deal. The emails talked about front-end investment funding and percentage ownership of likeness. Translation? They were using Travis image rights as collateral for their own business loan. If true, that meant the entire deal was built on fake leverage. Travis Hunter, one of the biggest rising stars in football, had been turned into a pawn in somebody else's hustle. By Monday morning, reporters camped outside his training facility. Fans flooded his comments with messages like, "We got you bro," and "Don't let them break you." But there was also a growing tension between those defending him and those blaming Alyssa for going public. Some fans said she made things worse. Others said she was the only reason the truth came out. One viral tweet summed it up, "She might have saved his career, but she might have destroyed his peace." Either way, there was no hiding now. The scandal had names, faces, and receipts. And Travis was about to confront the people who betrayed him, face-to-face. In Part 3. We dive into that confrontation, the private meeting that reportedly turned violent, the leaked video from the training facility, and the moment Travis finally realized the truth about his $50 million contract and his so-called brother. So after Alyssa's emotional live stream and the leaked emails hit every major outlet, the story wasn't just a trending topic anymore, it was a full-blown national scandal. ESPN, Complex, and The Shade Room were all running it like breaking news. But behind all the cameras and chaos, something way more explosive was happening privately, a confrontation that would change everything. According to multiple insiders, Travis Hunter personally arranged a meeting with Marcus Tate, the same best friend turned alleged scammer who'd helped broker the fake $50 million deal. The meeting took place late Monday night at a private gym facility near Boulder, where Travis often trains after hours. Only a few people were there, but one of them secretly recorded part of what went down. And that recording leaked. The clip that surfaced on TikTok the next morning sent the internet into meltdown mode. In the 36-second video, Travis can be seen pacing back and forth, his voice raised, raw, and full of disbelief. "You lied to me, bro? You looked me in the face and said it was done," he shouts. Marcus, sitting on a bench, tries to calm him down, saying, "I did what I had to do. It was supposed to work out for both of us. You just didn't care." That same night, Alyssa went back on Instagram and posted a cryptic message, a black screen with 3 words, "Now it makes sense." The internet exploded all over again. At this point, fans were exhausted but addicted. Every time the story seemed over, another plot twist hit. The memes, the think pieces, the podcast breakdowns, Travis Hunter's life had turned into an ongoing docu-series, and the person watching it all unfold from the sidelines? Travis himself. According to a close friend, Travis was numb. He stopped answering calls, skipped practices, and turned off social media notifications. For the first time, he told people around him, "I just want to disappear for a bit." But then came a surprise move. Friday afternoon, Travis posted a 3-minute video on YouTube titled My Side. No sponsors. No flashy edits. Just him, sitting in a hoodie, talking straight into the camera. His voice was calm, not angry, not defensive. Just real. He said, "Yeah, the deal fell apart. Yeah, I trusted the wrong people. But I'm not broken. They can take money, they can take clout, but they can't take who I am. My name is still my name." He paused for a second, then added, "People keep saying my wife exposed too much. But if she hadn't, I might still be blind. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it saves you." That video hit 5 million views in a day. The comment section was full of fans saying, "Respect, real men own up. She stood by you even when it got messy." Travis and Alyssa, stronger than the storm. But there was one more twist nobody saw coming. 2 days after Travis' video dropped, Marcus Tate finally resurfaced, but not how anyone expected. He posted a 15-second story from an undisclosed location, saying, "Y'all think you know the whole story? Keep that same energy when the other side drops." Then, he uploaded what looked like screenshots of text messages between him and Travis, suggesting that Travis might have known parts of the deal weren't official yet, but wanted to push the news early for leverage. That shook the internet again. People started debating whether Travis was really innocent or if he'd played along until it went south. Was this damage control or exposure? Nobody knew. Alyssa responded indirectly by tweeting, "A liar will always need an audience. The truth doesn't." Fans took her side immediately. The public was tired of Marcus' cryptic games. But here's the craziest part, investigators reportedly did find partial truth in Marcus's claim. Documents showed Travis was aware that the deal was still pending final legal verification, but he thought that was just a formality. He never imagined it was completely fraudulent. So technically, he didn't lie, but he wasn't 100% in the dark either. Still, by that point, public sympathy was back on his side. Sponsors who'd paused deals started reaching out again. One major apparel brand even offered to relaunch their campaign with the caption, "You can't fake greatness." As for Alyssa, she became something of a symbol online. Interviews, podcasts, women's talk shows, everyone wanted to hear from the woman who stood by her man and called out the snakes in real time. But behind the cameras, sources say she and Travis were rebuilding quietly. Therapy sessions. Limited media contact. More time together, less time online. They realized they lost themselves in the noise, one family friend said. It wasn't just about the contract anymore. It was about getting their peace back. And that's where this story really hit a human note, because, for once, the headlines weren't about scandal or money. They were about recovery. Adversity builds character. Stay prime. But not everyone was happy with the ending. Because out there, somewhere, Marcus Tate was still talking. Rumors swirled that he'd sold his side of the story to a streaming docuseries. Some say he's sitting on even more receipts that could reopen the drama. And if that's true, we might just be one episode away from another storm. So here's where we stand. Travis Hunter's $50 million dream turned nightmare has left fans divided but fascinated. Was it betrayal? A hustle gone wrong? Or just the cost of fame in a world where everyone's watching, waiting to expose you? What's wild is how real this story feels, because it's not just about money. It's about loyalty, trust, and what happens when fame starts mixing with friendship. Alyssa's courage made her both a hero and a target, while Travis learned the hardest lesson of all. The people cheering for you today might be the ones cashing out on your name tomorrow. And now, everyone's wondering, will Travis bounce back stronger, or will these scars follow him forever? Will Marcus ever face legal heat? Will the receipts resurface in a documentary? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this saga changed how fans see business in the sports world. If you've been following since the beginning, drop a heart in the comments for what Travis went through. Or a fire if you think he's about to turn this pain into power, and don't forget, hit that like button. Subscribe for the realest updates in sports and celebrity drama. And turn those post notifications on, 'cause this story? It ain't over yet. Stay tuned, because in the world of fame, truth and betrayal always find their way back to the spotlight.